This guy really did change the meat of ZvP. That's for sure.
Yeah, that is. I'm going to be vegetarian after this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If this is the meat that's being served, I ain't touching that crap.
Welcome back to Rank Roulette, the game show where we watch your sent-in replays, try to guess their ranks, and fail miserably. For the 5th episode of the season, we invited the angriest season of the year. It is, of course, winter.
Thanks for having me.
And on the other side, the man of the sea who laughs when his sea freezes. It's Harstem.
It's a change of pace after Clem versus Settle for you. That's for sure.
Every Terran at every level opens Reaper, no matter whether they should or not.
There's some people. You know how some people should be told that they shouldn't be wearing a fedora or a certain type of sunglasses? I feel like some Terrans should be told at some point in their life by like a close relative or a friend that the Reaper opener isn't for them yet.
A friend?
Yeah, a friend. Well, if they have any.
Well, this is a mech Terran.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, he's
pretty modern composition.
He's moving across the map. He sieges tanks.
That's pretty good moves.
Yeah, for a mech there, and that's really the these are the requirements you need to reach now to hit the GM.
He looked in 2 different screens.
Yeah. Ooh.
The Zerg kind of nailing it too.
Yeah, the splits on the Terran weren't that great. He also didn't quite expect the flank, so I think this was like something new maybe that he hadn't seen before, like a Zerg coming from multiple sides. Usually just come from one side.
And is this like 2 minutes later we're doing the same thing? All right.
At least he sticks to his guns, you know. He likes this position. He's gonna keep going there as long as there's a base there.
Look at the suit,
why not?
though. Well, I guess I'm getting some ideas based on the Zerg production tab as well. And Money in the Bank.
Yeah, it's so hard though, because I feel like the Terran's macro is very good, and I think the Zerg, maybe he forgot to inject a little bit now, but so far it hasn't been so bad, I think, no? It's actually been a good game.
I think he's just taking a long macro turn. The Terran, on the other hand, like, he's got it down. He's going back to his production mid-fight.
He's also microing with the Cyclones, you know, moving back and forth. He's A-moving multiple times.
Which is essentially the entirety of the micro with the Cyclones, yeah.
Yeah, well,
they do it themselves.
Yeah, but you do have to A-move again, so he's just A-moving furiously.
There's that janky little stutter step. He's got it down.
Yeah, he's figured it out.
This could go on for like 8 more minutes.
It might. Sadly, there are limits to the rank roulette sets. We don't even see who the winner is, but based on experience, it usually is the guy submitting.
Yeah, I think the Terran ends up winning that one eventually.
I think so too. I feel like building 35 roaches the entire time is not the way to victory against the Liberator.
Well, the corrosive bows were good. Like, he actually got that rapid fire out there, but I've got some ideas.
That's my idea. So, you know what's interesting is that there's so many things that are very cool there, but then you look at it and you think to yourself, would an Infestor really hurt? You know, like he does the flanking and stuff. It's like,
are you going to be the guy who's like, why doesn't he just build a Raven? Clem, why don't you just build a Raven against
well, I flame him for that every single day. Like, if you see my Discord conversations with Clem, it's literally just like, hey, Ray, what about a Raven in that game, buddy? Because like he loses like 2-4 to Serral. 2 minutes later, he has 3 Discord messages. Hey, bud, what about a Raven? That's it. He hasn't responded to me in 5 months as well, but that's a different story.
Maybe if you keep trying.
Maybe if I keep trying.
Maybe you'll fix it. You can fix him, Harstem.
I can fix it.
You can fix all 13 years of Terran.
Very nice. All right. I think I know what I'm going to guess. Yeah, I think I have.
Well, that's good. That's good. What's the first step?
I went for Masters 1.
Wow, your opinion of North America. I went Masters 3.
Really? Okay,
yeah.
Hear me out.
Is the Zerg's macro and lack of anything but road trip, like that's the kind of stuff I think that gets you past Diamond. But you actually do have to learn like what a Viper. You know what? Well,
does he really
your
though?
Judgment.
I mean, he knew how to flank.
No, you don't.
You don't. He knew how to flank. He knew that. Okay, he was getting another thing that I noticed.
It's about the Terran, anyways.
It's about the Terran, but the Zerg, he impressed me. He had 2 evos, and none of them was upgrading carapace. He didn't get stuck in his, his anti-bio ways. He knew melee and range, that's good. Had a flank, used micro, and then the Terran, he just kind of sat there and took it. I thought, if anything, it's going to be Grandmasters, not lower than Masters 1. That's how off
Well, there's
I
a
think
bit of
you
a
are.
blurred line nowadays, but
It really is, all right.
NA is a tough place to live. Let's see how tough. All right. I really want to know. This one's actually... ugh.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Oh. I feel like I missed something kind of big in that game. It felt like the Terran really wasn't that bad.
A lot of Terrans feel that way about their play, too. That doesn't change. Diamond Terrans and having perfect macro while building the same unit composition for 15 minutes straight. It's just being redundant.
I guess I kind of forgot about the entire early game. That was really bad. Like the factory placement.
No, it
and
wasn't
all
that
of
bad.
But
The factory placement, his factorial build was not good enough. Honestly, I actually take points away when I see good factory builds, because I think what I've found in like Masters, they've got the build, but they screw up the base all the time. Whereas if they're building their base perfectly and all set up like Clem or something, well then they're not focused on the macro. It's one or the other.
It's one or the other, and they picked
But it was the
wrong
Zerg
one.
that sold me on the lower Masters. Honestly, I thought the Terran was actually nailing it, but
Yeah.
the Zerg.
Wow. Impressive guess. Well, good for you, I guess. Good for you,
Thank
Winter.
you, thank you.
I'm happy for you.
Don't get too excited yet.
I won't. If you too want your epic replays to be featured in Rank Roulette, be sure to send them in through the form down in the description. I have very strong opinions about PvT on Europe.
Oh. Just got a little bit stronger. Is this Beyond? Beyond wouldn't build a bunker.
I know. He would, especially on a map with a ram. He's like, oh, this is a build.
Ah! Ah!
Ay, ay, ay.
I don't think the adepts are quite working out. Oh, the stim. Look at that. Look at that concussive.
Yeah, it's putting in work.
Is that a hero prism? What? How did this happen? Oh, the mini-map.
I don't think the Terran knows where his opponent spawned. Like he was going to the top left.
Oh, that... Honest, I can see it. I can see it.
He's like, is this a 4-player map? It's possible. Doesn't have an orbital either on the natural, which is an interesting play.
Yeah, he has plenty of money. It's fine.
Yeah, I guess the mules
And
aren't
it's the
really the issue.
Protoss we're looking at.
I'm looking at every. I'm taking it
Colossi.
all
And
in.
he's got a skin on the Colossi, but nothing else. What's up with that?
Just likes that skin in particular. Just happy with it. Look at this.
Can only afford one. He went big.
Yeah, he went very big. 2 more barracks as well. No starport.
There's no upgrades across the board, right? Like that's the first +1 at 9.5 minutes. That's a planetary.
That is a planetary.
Oh, this is a much better game.
This feels significantly worse.
That's the best part. I don't want to watch mediocrity.
Dark Shrine behind it. I like that too. I think the Dark
that's a
Shrine's a
huge
good call.
choice. Is that a proxy pylon off to the left or a war
Or it's still the
prism?
prism. It might still be the prism actually. Here's
the
the
DTs just... Well, he might lose the DTs if the Zealots attack too. Oh, he's... Oh. Oh, huge scan.
No repair either. This is a wild game. What's the chance that Terran still wins? 0?
It's TVP.
Look, there's a counterattack as well.
Ah, huge recall.
There's no scans, I bet. Oh, DTs are gonna win. No.
Ah, they moved his controller thumbstick over for that scan. The only way to truly kill a Terran army.
GG.
GG's on both sides. Classic. Beautiful.
He waited for the counter GG as well. I feel like that's a lower level move. I don't think anyone at high level does this.
Every other game I've found, as I've lost a bit of passion lately, every other game considers the GG back respectful. But I consider it, I hate you and never talk to me again. Whenever I get I screw up the F10N in time, and I get a GG back. Like, no. What are you doing? You give them a few seconds. Like,
Yeah. That's what you do it for. Like I feel like you should get double points in the best of 3 if you sneak in the GG before your opponent leaves. It's very high tier. I'm not even lying. That very often I write it out when I know I'm about to win, so I can press it before they leave. Because I freaking hate when people do it against me. So I always try to sneak it in against other people as well. But this guy, he waited for it, or he just really messed up the F10N after.
No, he probably just tried to click it.
I freaking hate it
Click
when
menu button.
you press like the wrong button, you get like the help screen or something like that. Because
No. At the lower levels, It's a sign of respect.
It's a sign of respect, yeah, I think so.
Or is there? Do I still have a way to kill these DTs?
Yeah.
There's also that.
I GG'd, but what if I fly this building over here and then a turret over there? So all of a sudden you got some. Nah, let me think.
Okay, I gotta get a little bit of thinking time here. There's a lot to process in that game. This is impossible. Like,
it's hard, no?
It's gonna be random chance. But it is Europe.
2 hours later.
It was really bad, though. No offense to the guys submitting.
Some offense.
So, a little bit of... I mean, at first, I wasn't even sure if the Protoss had a hotkey for a move. Because he just walked the Adepts in.
No, it's a classic Meta League move to micro with right click. You're like, attack that, attack that, attack that.
All right.
So I've given away my guess, by the way.
Oh, well, sorry. What? I didn't...
I said Meta League move.
Oh, all right. What do you actually have?
Oh, I went with Silver 1. Oh my god!
Silver 1.
Because there's no Bronze Leaguers in Bronze League, and that was Bronze League. But I know how the leagues work in its current season, so I'm guessing Silver 1.
Okay, I went for Gold 2. Although I must admit that I wrote Gold 3 first. I almost pressed Enter, and then I removed. I was like, nah.
Just like the GG.
Yeah, just like the GG. Yeah.
You're ready.
Yeah, I was
you actually
ready
gave him a little more credit than I did.
Yeah, I don't know. The guy knew DTs. I feel like that in and by itself.
You kind of buy the transitive property of watching any. Like how many cheesiest man alive videos has that man watched? All right, he eventually remembered. He may have opened up YouTube during the game.
Yeah, that's actually possible the way they were playing. It's very likely even. It's like, oh, what is good again? And you scroll through the video real fast. It's like, I don't actually know. I don't know. Silver feels so low. I think silver is a lower level than this. This was okay. This was playable. I could coach these guys. I could fix them. Again.
All right.
This is actually a wild run.
It was when the +1 attack upgrade started at the 10-minute mark alongside the Dark Shrine that sold me. All right? That's the Wombo combo. There are only 2 choices for Engineering Bay upgrades in the Meta Leagues. 1 is high-sec auto-tracking. 2 is +1 for 5 Marines. Those are the only choices. All right? Anything past that is the late game. And we had entered the late game.
I'm getting rinsed over here. This is insane. I was so sure as well. Once I saw the DPs...
You were sure?
No, okay.
I thought it could be like bronze 2 gold, and it was just random. Like, those guys have played, 16 games? So it could have been anything. It could have ended up in gold with enough people just leaving, right?
I should have gone lower.
But that doesn't make me any less right.
That's true. It doesn't make you any less right. Yes, it was random, but you got lucky and you won. Very nice. You can see from the Adept, just sticking together, like they're glued, that these guys, they know what to do. Hey, moves the drones away. This is high level.
Every once in a while, if you just attack them a few times, maybe they'll get bored. The revolving door of random Protoss units. Wow. Okay, this is a real game. I mean, we knew that from the Adepts.
Yeah. Once they're glued together, you know it's real.
This is the Zerg perspective?
Yeah.
Oh. Double Lurker Den, Spire. Sometimes you forget the Lurker Den.
Yeah.
Wait, 10 minutes? Double Lurker Den, Spire, 20 Zerglings,
90
2K,
drones,
1K in the bank.
Yeah.
Okay, these guys watched the first 10 minutes of a build order guide and didn't follow up.
17 overseers?
17 overseers?
That seems like a mistake.
Oh, and wait. What? Oh, he meant to make Ravagers.
Or Brutes. Did he have Corruptors?
How do you get Brutes out of that?
Hey, wait, Broodlord is a different hotkey, isn't it?
I'm not sure anymore, but there's definitely no Corruptors, so...
There's no Corruptors, yeah. He did try to build Ravagers, he built Overseers. I think that is a mistake.
You're saying his 17 Overseer timing was probably not intentional?
I don't think it was intentional, Winter.
Cyril's been using a lot of Overseers lately, alright?
I don't think I've seen 17 on the map at the same time, though. Yeah,
That's fair. Yes. New meta.
he's getting blasted by this
The
toss down.
Protoss has a few minerals. Oh my god. They can't target fire if they can't click on your units.
He also just has
I don't know about abducting a carrier into 3 Hydras. If
But
the
if 3 more
Overseer-
show up,
If the Overlords just crash into the... What is going on? Ah! I told you.
this guy's a genius.
I didn't tell you. I would never have told you. I never would have committed to that, but...
This is a wild game, by the way. Definitely
That's
Zerg
it?
end up
That's
winning
how
that.
we don't even get to know who wins.
Nah, Zerg. I can feel it.
Zerg
I mean, he was
wins?
gonna walk up there. What's this toss gonna do? Build another carrier? This carrier, I bet, didn't even have any real upgrades. He had like +1 against 3/3. This is the problem with carriers, you know. Before they're useful against the carapace units, the game is already over. You've lost.
Oh, I'm sure Tempest would have been much more helpful there, but...
Actually, maybe.
Well, at least Tempest do damage.
Yeah. I think you should have probably base traded
This is...
rather than walking in the 25 lurkers. That might have been a better play. But then again, what do I know?
Yeah, I mean... That's really the pot calling the kettle. Someone who doesn't walk in the lurkers.
Exactly. Indeed.
That's a really hard one, actually.
It felt good though, didn't it?
It felt good, and then it dropped off dramatically.
Did it really drop off though? Late games are always a bit chaotic. How hard did it drop
Late
off?
games are a bit chaotic, and 17 Overseers running into carriers.
That is a mistake. The Overlords though were so that it's harder to see what's underneath. I like that
Yes.
play. He was all in,
Not
he was
just-
desperate.
Well,
and
he
it
avoided
worked.
the select all army hotkey so hard, he had them control grouped in with the rest of the army and just left it for the entire game.
That is also possible.
This is my least confident.
Really? I don't think I've ever been more
I haven't even
confident in a
decided
guess.
yet, but it's my least confident.
I already know what it is. I have the answer correct.
I think I'm going to get disappointed in myself here. But,
All right.
yeah.
I went for Masters 2.
Well, that'll make it a big difference between us because I also went for Masters 2.
Oh, dang it.
Classic. Price is Right strategy. I'm excited for the outcome now.
Before we spin it, we have on the forum a little thing that says if you want to say anything else, feel free to do so. Some people explain why their MMR is so different than their league and stuff like that. But this guy had a little note that I would like to read to you real quick.
Okay. I'm always excited.
So, my former friends, now soon to be poor people that I don't talk to anymore, whom I was in the call with during the making of this, were for some reason telling me I was being an idiot. Although I would argue that I was instead busy redefining the meat of ZvP. So yeah, enjoy. P.S. This is my build. It is patented. I will fight you. But you can give Cyril my mail in Discord. I'll be more than willing to coach him.
This guy really did change the meat of CVP. That's for sure.
Yeah. That is, I'm going to be vegetarian after this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If this is the meat that's being served, I ain't touching that crap. Holy cow! I spin it.
All right. I want to go back to. I want to go to Diamond now.
Masters 3. Yeah, it was
So
a good
does
guess.
he.
I felt
The Discord explains the strat. Actually, got to show off for your friends. Do something crazy.
trying to be funny. Yeah, I like it.
Meanwhile, the Protoss is fighting for his life with 10,000 minerals and no way to kill lurkers. Like,
Life of the toss. Oh,
we're looking at the. Okay, 4 minutes. Yep, that's how the mini map should look. Oh, little mine drop, classic.
he clicked follow on one of these.
Oh no,
drones.
he's microing the drones.
This is rough. I feel like focusing
I love
on getting the
production
gold.
tab. I love it.
This is not it.
Stim, 2 Hellions, 2 Liberators. We got a Nidus, a Lurker dead, and 3 Mutas.
And melee and range upgrades as well. Yeah, this
Only
is nice.
upgrades in production. Ah, yes. Why would you expand to your 3rd when gestures to whole map.
Swarm
Of
host.
course, swarm host.
Yes.
And did he shift click them out of the Nidus? Like, what?
This is a wild play. Vikings are
Viking-
behind us. Banshee's on the way. Do we have
The
any
Vikings
upgrades?
actually messing up the Hydras.
The Vikings are not
Where did
bad. If you have loads of them and your opponent has no units.
And Hydras don't really count.
Eh.
What?
Scan.
All right.
Oh. Practically instant.
He heard you.
That was fast. And he has a
And
Raven
then
on the way.
is he gonna kill the lurker by then?
Yeah. Look at the Raven.
Okay. Oh, he's got a
Watch
Raven.
this, Clem. Watch
Clem.
this.
Clem, he's redefining the meat of TVZ.
Yeah, this meat is being redefined in many ways.
Oh, he's getting tenderized right now. Oh, there goes the Raven. There's another Raven.
This is actual play.
Terran is spending his money. Of course, he has 37 SCVs and he's mined out of 2 bases, but... Ah, yes, the Hydra funeral procession. 23 minutes. Oh my god.
Not a good scan though. He's quick with the scans, you know that? Quick with the scans. It's been a long game, by the way. I didn't even really notice the time.
40 minutes. There is 0 income. There's still 4 bases with minerals. Like, oh, I want this replay, hamster. All right, the full thing. Wow. Delectable.
This is very difficult. I struggle so much with this type of game. I just can't
They
place it
struggle
anywhere.
too.
Yeah. Everyone involved in the process of the making and the spectating is struggling. Poor hamster had to sit through 40 minutes as well of that to cut this entire thing out. Don't envy the guy.
That's why. Like, that's actually great content right there. But where is great content made? I've got some very good ideas, but
I'm empty. I legit have nothing.
I'm going with my instinct.
Shot in the dark.
Gold 1.
Gold 1? Yeah.
Gold 1.
I went for gold 2.
Well,
And your confidence
Okay.
gives my guess confidence.
I wanted, my instinct was both it wasn't silver. They were too bad to be silver.
Yeah.
They were trying way too hard. They were playing a strategy game, which you're not allowed to do, as you know, until you're pretty much Cyril. But it's fun to try. And that makes me think gold or maybe even platinum, but I have my doubts.
There's no way this was plat. If this is plat, NA has an issue. He has multiple issues, but
NA has Zergs in platinum that held down this. I don't know.
just spin it.
I'm pretty confident.
Yeah, I feel good about gold now. I like that we were both so close to each other. That feels good. And there's something beautiful about being wrong together.
Repeat
as well.
that again.
Yeah. There's no way this was plat. If this is plat, NA has an issue.
That was my first thought, but I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
I saw the gold base in the. I'm like, but that shift clicking of the swarm host.
It's just
Like-
nothing really made sense. The strategies,
That's my point.
and they built every unit, and they had so many upgrades. They didn't take any of the bases.
No. You know how it wasn't low level? There were no battle cruisers. Not
Yeah,
a single battle cruiser.
maybe
Anyone lower level, 20 battle cruisers win the game at 28 minutes.
Yeah, the BC is something
He
special.
was microing Marines.
And Vikings and a Thor. That also just seems weird, though.
And there were some Ravens in there.
Well,
like-
yeah, all right, hamster. Tell us the score. Tell us what happened.
Harstem with a still okay score of 12, performing not
Is
too
that
shabby.
better than usual?
About average.
Yeah. But Winter crushing him with half the points at 6.
Wow.
Which is the second best score ever, tied with M. Kenning.
Yeah. Wow. Very impressive.
We
All the best
Americans are
scores
good
have
at
been made
watching
by,
StarCraft.
by Americans, no?
Yeah, Artosis is holding the record at 3.
Yeah. Artosis, you, and then McCanning. He's amazing. Europeans just don't know anything.
You're thinking too hard.
Yeah. Too busy thinking.
Watch a full cast of that final replay right now on Winter's channel. Link in the pinned comment.
It connects. He's going to go for the Raven. Unfortunately, ambush.
These are quick medevacts. Honestly, the build is not good. And the execution isn't great either. But it is still quite fast. And the macro is good as well. This is a god-awful fight by Toss if he doesn't fight in the super battery.